In breaking news this morning, 2 suspects are in custody connected to last week's deadly shooting at Whites Creek High School. And Matthew Torres is at the Metro Jail this morning with those arrest warrants. And Matthew, police are saying that this may have started over a fight over a girl.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They say it may have started because of a lingering dispute over a girl. But Amy, right now we don't have a copy of the arrest warrants. I just spoke with the commissioner inside of Metro Jail, and he tells me police haven't been able to serve the arrest warrants on these brothers just yet because most likely they are still being interviewed by the detectives. Of course, once we get more information, we will pass that along. But so far, what we know is that 21-year-old Jamonte Davis and his younger brother, 18-year-old Cavante Davis, were taken here into custody about 2.5 hours ago. They were actually found in Colombia. Police there tracked them down because one of the brothers attends school there and is a basketball player. They are accused of shooting and killing 23-year-old James Nevels on Friday night outside Whites Creek High School during a basketball game. Police say they got into an argument inside the school. The conversation then lasted outside of the school. All 3 men had about a 20 to 30-second conversation when, according to the surveillance video, shots were then fired. The brothers were seen running away from the scene. As far as Nevels, he was rushed to Vanderbilt, where he later died from his injury. Right now, again, we are working to get the copy of the affidavits, but we know both brothers, the Davis brothers, are going to be charged with criminal homicide. Reporting live at the Criminal Justice Center, I'm Matthew Torres, News Channel 5.
Matthew, thank you. More breaking news now. Republicans have a clear winner from yesterday's Iowa caucuses.
The Iowa Democrats, however, they don't have a clear winner yet. Hillary Clinton's campaign has declared her the winner, but it's still way too close to call. Those are the Republican numbers you're looking at on your screen right there. Ted Cruz receiving almost 28% of the vote. Donald Trump, the former frontrunner, coming in at more than 24%, and a very close third is Marco Rubio, the Florida senator, at 23%. As we said, the Democratic contest, it's not so clear. Less than half a percentage point separating the former frontrunner Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders right on her heels, both just under 50% of the vote. And following the results, Democrat Martin O'Malley and Republican Mike Huckabee, the former Arkansas governor who's run for president in the past, both said they are suspending their campaigns. And coming up in just a little bit, we'll explain how the 2016 presidential race now is headed to New Hampshire and what the candidates still in the running have to say about that.
Well, a search is underway this morning after an armed robber hits a popular fast food spot overnight. It happened at the Crystal on Bell Road in Antioch just before 2:30. Right now, details are limited, but as soon as we find out more, we will pass it along to you.
Now back to politics. The Davidson County Election Commission has a new leader this morning. A.J. Starling is the new acting chairman after Ron Buchanan stepped down yesterday. There he is. Buchanan's resignation following a nasty confrontation with a reporter last Friday. Buchanan says when he wanted to end the interview, the reporter insulted him, so he fired back.
I couldn't believe she did it, and I lost my composure at that point in time. And I turned around and said, "You for making a comment like that to me."
And Buchanan says he stands by what he said, but he decided to resign because he didn't want to be a distraction during the upcoming budget hearings, he says.
Folks in Bordeaux have a new district representative this morning after Metro Councilman Lonell Green stepped down last week. At-large Councilwoman Sharon Hurt will lead District 1 until a replacement is elected this summer. Councilman Green resigned from the position Friday over allegations he threatened the victim of a domestic assault involving his cousin. We once again want to note that Green has not been charged with a crime.
House Republicans have chosen a new majority whip, and there he is. Representative Timothy Hill takes over for Jeremy Durham. The representative from Franklin stepped down from his majority whip position and the caucus last week amid allegations that he sexually harassed several women at the State House. He's denied any wrongdoing and has since taken a 2-week leave of absence.
Smart spending decisions now will have a major impact on the future of Tennessee. That was the message behind Governor Haslam's State of the State address last night. Despite a budget surplus, Haslam wants to continue to cut spending. His administration has already cut $470 million by merging different government groups and cutting down on state real estate.
When people talk about conservative government, that's it in a nutshell. We're using taxpayers' money like we would use our own.
Of Governor Haslam's $34.8 billion spending plan, a large chunk goes to public education. Nearly $105 million will be used to increase teacher salaries, and $130 million will go to road projects, and another $100 million will be put in the rainy day fund.
It's Groundhog Day, and earlier this morning, all eyes were on Puxatawney Phil in Gobbler's Knob, Pennsylvania, to find out how much longer winter will hang around.
There is no shadow to be cast, and early spring is my forecast.
Did Puxatawney Phil really say that? I didn't even see his mouth move. Famed groundhog Puxatawney Phil made the big announcement this morning, and people were yelling and determined that 2016 will have an early spring. Phil's not always right. In fact, he's more wrong than he's right. In the past 28 years, he's been right 13 times. He's been wrong 15 times, and if he were an NFL coach, he'd have been fired by now. Last year, he saw a shadow. So we were supposed to have more winter, right?
Right.
Yeah, warm weather returned immediately in less than a month. So who
Wonder
knows?
how old he is.
I don't know.
Huh.
Been around a long time.
Yeah, he really has.
He gets to come out once a year, been held by
And then
a
back
guy
to
with
the
a funny
burrow.
hat and back in.
I know. All right, what a life, though.
I want to be a groundhog.
You look kind of like
Thank
that.
you very much.
You're welcome.
Putting on the weight like a groundhog.